let's just jump straight into it. And what do you think? Like, how developed do you think AI is right now?
Okay. Let me just read some notes about you. Um. Okay, so you know Sam Altman, right? The
Yeah,
creator
yeah.
of OpenAI.
Yes.
He said in an interview like 3 days ago, he was like, till now, there's been real like economic impact from AI, right?
Okay.
He says like within 1 or 2 generations of GPT, like 5 and 6, it's gonna actually like hit. So
Okay.
that can't be more than 3 years away at this point.
Okay. So my question to you is how. Like, I don't think people are aware of how advanced AI has actually got to.
Yep.
Because a lot of people just see it as, the only thing that they see is like the Magnificent Seven, the stocks, the AI stocks that are going
Yeah.
up, they're going crazy. But I don't think anyone's really aware of how much AI's changed to affect the world. So,
Yeah.
can you brief us?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just when ChatGPT dropped, that's it. Like people basically saw AI from this like fantasy science fiction shit to like an actual like yo, this is like real life. You know what I mean?
But tell me practically how it's changing, like how it's affecting jobs. Because the only concern we have really is whether it can change, like replace jobs, right? Because that's the only thing that's really going to change people's lives if they are out of employment because of AI.
Yeah. So basically, till now, it's not directly taken a job, right? But what's
Yes.
happened is it's boosting productivity. So
Efficiency, yeah.
yeah, so like for example, one guy in a company is now way more efficient. Let's say 5 to 10 times more efficient. You'd agree with that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that means the company can afford to fire other people because this guy is just way more productive. Do you understand? So it might have not taken jobs, but it's kind of starting to indirectly replace jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say
In the
like
white collar industry.
I would definitely say for things like in retail,
Mm-hmm.
they can have ATMs instead of having people working on the till. It's definitely more efficient. I agree.
Yeah,
But I don't think it's replaced jobs
yeah,
yet. But what you're saying is that it's going to replace jobs within the next 3 years. Did you say?
yeah. I mean, no, as I said, GPT-5, GPT-6, and you know what agents are, right? Agents is where like the AI can actually like control the computer instead of just a prompt, right?
Okay.
When that comes out, which is predicted to come out this year, end of this year, right? After summer, probably.
Okay.
Um,
So
I
wait,
think
can you just so that people know why is this new? So this new Chat GPT.
so. GPT-5 is predicted to come out this year, right? From decently reliable sources, right? Agents is also predicted to come out this year. So agents is when the AI can actually control your computer, right? Um, so when that comes out, GPT-5 plus agents, what does that equal? Equals job loss. Why? Because look, GPT-4 is already pretty good. Do you use it,
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely good. I would say it's not 100% accurate,
Definitely not.
and it
100%
gives
accurate.
quite generic answers. Sometimes.
And sometimes it's a bit like dumb with its responses.
And you can't practically use it for your job. So it's not.
You
Um,
can.
no,
I personally, from my experience, you can.
as in you can't implement it. It's not integrated into my work software, in the
Yeah.
sense that it can do my work for me.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where agents come in. Agents is when it can just take over the computer.
Okay.
It moves the mouse. That's
So
agents.
do you know TeamViewer?
Yeah.
So it's like
Exa-
TeamViewer, but the
exactly.
AI it's not a person behind it. It's
Yeah,
the
exactly,
AI behind it.
exactly. So as soon as it reaches that level, which in my opinion, it's going to reach this year, then that's it. We're cooked. It's gonna hit like a truck, and like it's gonna affect the economy, and people are just gonna like think it came out of nowhere. When in reality, we've been warning them about this. I'm joking. We've just started like this, but I'm saying like the time is now. The time is now, man.
Okay, so I don't think a lot of people believe that it's as soon as you're saying it is. So let's talk about this agent thing, right? So
Yeah.
this agent can basically use your screen to do tasks. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the most generic job in an office. So
Yeah.
it's probably, let's say, like expenses. Someone sorting out the expenses on their Excel.
Yeah.
So you're saying that this agent can do what? What can it do?
Expenses, you said.
Yeah.
So that sorting out expenses, that agents will literally be able to sort out those expenses in like 10 seconds.
How will it do that though? I don't understand.
Because it's really fast and it's intelligent, so it knows what to do and it's fast.
So you tell it what to do and it'll just do it.
It will do it instant.
But like, let's say, like I'm kind of like I'm just saying this from a point of view I don't know of where I don't know about how good this agent is, right? So let's say there's an invoice I get from, like, let's say the studio. The
Yeah.
studio invoices us for using this studio, right? And then I need to put it on the expense chart, or I need to
Yeah.
pay them. So you're saying this agent will be able to do all of that for me?
Yeah.
And pay out to, you know, the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's AI agents, and that's gonna come out this year. The prediction is not a tinfoil hat like conspiracy. It's actually like confirmed. It's not confirmed, but it's like from sources by OpenAI. It's been like talked about. So I think it will come out this year. And when it comes out this year, I think it will impact, if not GPT-5, like the next GPT after that will definitely impact jobs. If not the next one, then it will impact jobs, as if like it will cause like maybe, I think if you cause like 10% or more unemployment, something is needed. Action is needed.
Yeah, 10% is very high. Because
Yeah.
if you think about how many people are employed, an unemployment rate of an increase in unemployment of 10% is actually massive. So I mean, it'll definitely lead to like benefits, a lot of benefits going out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
the UBI that we were talking about.
yeah. So,
The thing is, yeah, is that you know what is, the percentage of people in this country that work white collar jobs. What do you think it is? Do you think it's like, do you think there's like a lot of people working white collar jobs?
I would say majority in UK.
So what do you think
Is
is
services.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think is gonna be left with this agents plus GPT-5, which is this year?
Okay, if it is then genuinely able to do what you're saying
Yeah.
it's able to do, then I do think there's a problem.
Yeah, there is a problem.
There is definitely a problem.
Yeah.
Because from my experience, there's a lot of jobs that like anyone can do.
Yeah.
So like even if I'm qualified, let's say to do my job, I got the qualifications of
Yeah.
economics and stuff. But if I'm being honest, my job can be replaced by. I'm pretty sure anyone can do my job,
Yeah.
even if it takes them a little longer time.
Yeah.
I think most jobs other people can do.
I mean, at least you got a four-year qualification to prove that you can do it, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I'm saying, look how useless that is.
yeah,
Anyone could do it. They just made you go. Oh, it just doesn't make any sense. So.
yeah. So I mean, it is definitely a threat.
And that's also another problem. Like universities, I don't know if we talked about it last time. How they've just become like, just like a factory for employees now. Don't you think?
I do agree. Yeah, I think it's definitely the structure's definitely gone off.
Like universities, just people go there just so they can get a job. There's no interest in the actual
Subject. There's no creativity.
Yeah,
there's no
there's nothing.
thinking. It's just, can I pass this test to become an engineer or
Exactly.
whatever.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's like I saw a lot of people on TikTok and stuff like that. I don't know if you see them now. It's like they're saying, "Thank you, ChatGPT, for helping me graduate and stuff."
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'd always leave a comment. I'd be like, "It's gonna replace the very job that it helped you. It helped you get." Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I didn't use ChatGPT as well.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't make it. I graduated before that, but if I had it, like, I'd be using it. So now the teachers are using AI to try and detect the AI, using another AI, and then they're using another AI to fool the AI. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just like something needs to be done.
Okay. So in education, you think there's an issue.
Yeah.
In the job market, you think there's an issue because of AI's development to be more productive than humans.
Yeah.
So labor will be out of a job.
Yeah.
So there's no need for labor. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what? Let's just I mean, okay. That's white collar jobs. Let's talk about blue collar jobs.
Okay, so that is an issue with robotics, right?
Yes.
Okay,
blue
so-
collar jobs, most of it, the danger is robotics.
Yeah. So the robotics has not had its like ChatGPT moment yet, right?
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, but it's very close. Like it's getting really close, and robotics uses a language model. So, you know, the efficiency of a robot will depend on GPT, the state of like what the language model is. So like right now our best model is GPT-4, right?
Right.
So the robot is limited because so when GPT-5 comes out, plus like some engineering optimizations, whatever, we'll have robots. It's not that far. It's, you know what I mean? It's gonna have its chat GPT moment soon. So blue collar is also not safe.
So my understanding of automation right now is
Yeah.
there's things that are fully automated, but
Yeah.
it can't make decisions based on differences. So for example, if there's like, let's say, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
There might be some developments and stuff, but I read of a robot that basically stacks boxes,
Yeah.
but then boxes can be different sizes.
Yeah.
Boxes can have different, like, they can look different because of lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
And this robot it doesn't struggle, but it can only do like stacking boxes basically.
Yeah.
So you're saying that with ChatGPT 5 being developed, it'll be able to do anything. It'll be able to automate things.
Not anything. I'm just saying that they are definitely accelerating the development.
So
Maybe GPT-5 will not be able to replace every job. I don't know, but it's exponential. It's exponential growth. It's going to be way better than GPT-4. GPT-6 is going to be better than GPT-5, etc.
white collar jobs you're saying is under threat.
Yeah.
Blue collar jobs, most of it you're saying is under threat.
But white collar jobs is under imminent threat.
Imminent.
Blue collar
Before blue
job,
collar.
huh?
Before blue collar.
Yeah. Before blue collar jobs is under threat, but it's still not that close.
So a McDonald's worker, you think the guy?
McDonald's worker. I don't know if you saw that TikTok, by the way. There's already, in the drive-through, there's already AI taking.
Really?
Yeah, in America.
As in with the voice.
As
voiceover?
in, there's a language model like a GPT answering it now. It's actually pretty accurate as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sound like I'm selling this too much though. Like I'm selling the AI too much.
Well, that's because you believe it, right? You believe that it's gonna.
Yeah.
And that we need to do something about it. Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so there's another concept as well. So I took to like the girl at my dentist today. I was like, "Yo, like your job isn't even safe, you know."
I swear, you just anyone you interact with, you just tell them their job is imminent.
And she was like, "Yeah, but okay, so then how are we gonna get money?" I was like, "The government should give it to us, right?" And she was like, "The government is greedy."
Okay.
You know what it is? Like, okay, if you say that people are greedy around you, like all people are greedy, you might be right to like, let's say you're living in like Nazi Germany, right? And then you say everyone around me is evil. You'd be right by saying they're evil, right?
Okay.
But if you say that humans, like nature is evil, then that's where we have an issue. That's when like your base is already like, it's already cynical. You know what I mean?
Nah, I disagree. I feel like the base can be evil, but then people push past it to be better people.
Yeah, but what do you mean? So you think that people are evil?
I think, like, yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
No, but I'm trying to say if you're in a fascist country or you're in a bad area and everyone around you really is evil, it's not a lie. Like you're really around shit people, you're around killers, then yeah, you'd be right to say that they are evil. But if you think that like human nature in itself, in like a mystical, it's just evil, then I think that's where you like mess up.
But you can't, I don't
Because
know.
then you're like, it's a cynical worldview.
But if you, okay, I know you don't like looking into history.
Yeah.
But if you look out throughout history, every country has looked out for themselves.
Yeah.
If I need resources,
Mm.
I attack another country. If I, even since the medieval ages, right? That's just how humans behave.
Yeah, but
if they need something, they go for it.
Yeah, but isn't history showing us that, like, okay, like now we're not, other than Israel, now we're not actually invading. Now we're not.
We are like,
Yeah,
course we
Russia
are.
and Israel, but I'm saying it's obviously to a lower scale now. Do you understand?
No, but it's more covert now. It's
No, but it's
more like
more.
under the
Yeah,
under
no,
the,
it is. I agree, but it's also actually less. Like, it's not as absurd as we'll go and invade a village for their resources. Like, what
What's
I'm
the
trying to
difference
say
then?
is that the trend of history is that we are going against
I
history.
disagree.
Do you not see?
I
Because
feel like we're doing the same thing, but we're just not making it. Because it's like, let's say
no,
America.
obviously we're doing it, but I'm saying you're saying historically we have to refer back, we have to follow the trend. I'm saying the trend is that you go against the trend, because the trend is that we are getting better, not worse. We're invading less, so we're going against the history. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay. In the sense that we're in like pure invasion talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you
Because
can't.
people actually did used to go to a village and be like, "Yeah, give me your shit. If you don't give me it, we'll pillage and take your woman and shit."
Yeah,
This
but what's
doesn't
the
happen now.
difference? What's the difference between that and US? You know, US have so much control over the
Obviously,
world.
I'm saying it still goes on, but I'm saying isn't progress going against the historical norms?
It can be argued either way, I think.
No, obviously, there's some stuff that is better back in the day. Like for example, back in the day, feudal society was probably safe, low crime, because there was the authorities would not allow crime, right? In my opinion, that is progression would be that. Like you can still have stuff that's better from before that would be now that we don't have it anymore. Do you understand? Just because it's in the past, that doesn't mean it's always better. But I'm saying as a trend, you know what I mean? Historical norms.
Yeah.
For example, killing kids in a war.
Yeah.
Is
Sorry,
it-
I didn't mean to laugh, man.
No,
The way you
No,
just
sorry.
jumped to killing.
no, it's all right. Killing kids in a war
Yeah.
is normal in throughout history. People like, how does Israel justify killing kids? It justifies it by saying this happens in war. This is a product of war. This is not. They're not wrong by saying this. It's true.
It is a
But
product of war, yeah.
yeah, but I'm saying, isn't progress going against the historical norms? Like, it would be to look at that and be like, yeah, Israel, you are right. It is a norm. But we don't want this anymore. We don't want kids. That's progress. The progress isn't saying, sorry, this is just part of history. We have to kill these kids. That's exactly what it's not. It shouldn't be. Do you understand?
But like, how does what does this have to do with AI?
I don't know.
Okay, carry on.
But do you get what I mean or not?
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean, but I think it's. I don't know why we're talking about this.
Yeah, it's just.
How did we jump to this?
No, it's just because it's just a point. Like, as in, like, you're saying historically people invade each other and shit.
Mm.
So, yeah. So basically, there's no historical reference. That's my point. Not that we can't learn from history. We can. We look back and we don't repeat the same mistakes. But I'm saying there's no greater, you know what I mean?
Great what?
Greater, like, train of history.
What do you mean?
Like, there's no bigger grand, like, meaning of history. You know what I mean? Okay. Forget it. Just next topic.
Okay, wait, let's stop for a sec. What do you think?
It till now AI and like replacing jobs in the Star Trek like world, right?
Mhm.
It was always seemed like a science fiction and like what you'd watch on TV, right?
Mhm.
It's not that anymore.
I was reading this book. It's called The Rise of Robots.
Yep.
And this was made 10 years ago, right? And it's, I was very surprised at how much AI and automation and robotics has developed 10 years ago. So they're talking about how these robots can detect, these robots can detect, like, they can pick fruit based on their color and how good it looks. Whereas they can put it down. It's coming up on the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, so this robot goes through fields,
Yeah.
like strawberry fields, and it can detect how ripe a strawberry is and pick it, like, perfectly. And this was 10 years ago, right? So that made me think, damn, AI has developed rapidly compared to then. But even then, I'm not sure exactly how much of an impact it'll make on jobs.
Yeah, the thing is that the impact on jobs is going to be, it's not going to, I think this, like, it's going to create new jobs. It's like the ultimate cope. There's so much copium on Reddit and shit. Like, there's so many people that are just like, yeah, don't worry, the calculator didn't get rid of mathematicians, shit like that, right? Have you seen, I don't know if you've seen,
I've heard things like
Yeah.
that.
it doesn't make any sense. Like, your job, if an AI takes your job as a whatever Excel guy,
Mhm.
what job is it going to create? What's it going to make? And the guy who runs the AI, but that's just, it's automated. It's
Mm.
automatic. There's going to be nothing left. We're going to need like some,
Yeah, because okay, let's look at history, right? And every technological advance there has been the replacement of jobs, but there's always a job that comes out. But you're saying that AI is the final boss that's going to
Yeah,
remove
and
labor,
yeah,
like completely.
yeah. So what do you mean by job? Like you mean as in a job as in you contribute to like production?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be left. Like,
So
but
what is it going to be then? So instead of jobs, it's going to be you mentioned like this idea of clubs, right? Where you join a club where you want to, if you want to be a like a I don't know comedian or something, you just go to the club, and it's no
I mean, it
longer a
would just
job.
be like any, it would just be like free. Like for example, right? Like you won't have to worry about like your food, your housing, your driving, your hair, your nails, your medical. Everything's already taken care of because we already have people that do that, right? We're just gonna replace these people with AI. They're gonna be more efficient. They don't need breaks. So any boring job that people hate
Mm.
is just gonna go, right?
And the jobs that people like to do.
Yeah, I mean they can still do it even if they don't. Yeah, they can still do it. Doesn't really make a difference. Like
Mm.
if they enjoy their job, they can work for free. No one's holding them.
So you're trying to, so essentially what you're trying to do is replace all the boring jobs that are AI replaceable by AI,
Yeah,
like the robotic parts
yeah,
of it, and then you want people to focus on things that truly matter, or things that they don't really like. They want to so that people can do what they really care about
yeah.
instead of just doing aimlessly boring jobs
Mm.
that they just have to get paid for. Because I guess what you're saying is that people work right now because they have to survive,
Yeah, exactly.
to eat, to live.
Yeah,
But by replacing jobs in general and having this UBI, people will no longer have to work, right? And so, can you tell me about what people would do then in that case, if there are no jobs in the world?
so they can do whatever they want, man. As I said, like now they do whatever they want, but they just have to go to a job before that. You know what I mean? It's just that's not our issue. The issue is how we're gonna get there. The issue is um the part after will just be like, you know what I mean? We'll just wonder what we'll do. But I'm saying now it's like let's get there first because even getting there, people don't want it.
Mm.
That's the current issue we have. You know what I mean?
I think there's a bit of doubt as well into the idea that
The feasibility. You mean?
no, because innovation constantly requires people to work on things, right?
Yeah.
But if you're saying, oh, everyone, just relax, have a good time, you don't have to work on anything,
Yeah.
then I feel like people it won't actually ever get to that stage
Oh.
where AI replaces all jobs.
But wouldn't that make innovation even better? Because
How?
look, if you like want to innovate, right? Your job is to like research and stuff. But now, since people aren't gonna have to go to work a 9 to 5, there's gonna be so many people who want to innovate. Innovation
so
isn't as,
out of
yeah,
boardom they'll innovate. Is
yeah,
what you're saying.
with the assistance of AI, which is also gonna be intelligent, so it can help you. You know what I mean? Innovation will probably like grow exponentially, like cures to like diseases and stuff. People will do that in their spare time. They have nothing else to do.
So in this AI world, what happens to education then?
Education, again, I told you. So you know how now it's just
You have to go to uni to get the job.
now it's just kind of like a hunter exam for fucking jobs. You know what I mean? A hunter exam for a 30K paying job, yeah.
Yeah.
And then people ask kids why do they have ADHD? Why would you focus? Like they tell kids you have ADHD. What they're not thinking of is why would he focus in school, go through all this bullshit? He's facing like all these traumas and back on whatever, even if he doesn't have traumas. Why would he focus for a 30K job just so he can go to it? Doesn't like there's no reason to focus. So the ADHD isn't just some neurological disorder, you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe there's a reason that they don't focus.
So, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Education's out.
So basically education doesn't become just a factory for employees anymore. It actually becomes you go just to like okay, like education. Here's where I disagree with some leftists. People think education should be to help you for the real world. I think it should be the opposite. I think you should go to school to have like intellectual, like, you know what I mean? Like exploring like
So kind of like philosophers where they meet
yeah, or
together
like
and
even like a mad
discuss.
scientist. Like he doesn't go there because he's like trying to learn so he can get a job. You know what I mean? He's actually going there for the enjoyment itself. You'd be like,
To
oh
kind of like
really? Like you study?
progress.
We'd be like, really? That's interesting.
Right, right.
You know what I mean?
Like out of it's more you're learning for curiosity and to
Exactly,
learn
exactly,
actually learn instead of
exactly. Like it's
learning to
actually
become
it will be actually interesting. You know what I mean?
right.
It won't. It'll be purely for the sake of like you don't have to, yeah. I mean, they'll probably see some form of like school. Like kids will have to go somewhere to be like kind of introduced to this reality, and you know what I mean.
So you're saying school is still compulsory.
To some degree, yeah, it has to be like kind of like some communal, like community. You know what I mean.
But I feel like if you're
You have
if
to learn to speak to.
okay, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean. It's still
Okay, but let's say you go up to GCSE, let's
yeah.
say, right? But then I feel like if most kids who've grown up in the same environment
Mm.
where they, everyone knows that after GCSE you don't have to
Mm.
work anymore, you can just play, you can play games,
Mm.
which they've probably been doing throughout the time that they're in education.
Yeah.
Why would the young generation bother to, you know, go into further education when, they can just go play games? Like it's such a deterrent, I think, from wanting to learn new things.
Yeah, because okay, you're asking. Then there's an issue with education itself. Why would if education is so boring, why would they not play games?
What do you mean?
Like if they don't see, like if they only see education as a 30K job,
Mm.
they don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a boring like thing. Why would they not play games? Do you blame them?
No.
Exactly.
But what I'm
They
saying
need to
is,
discipline themselves. Is that what you mean?
yeah, because if you just believe that if you just play like let's say
I agree.
average kid
Yeah.
until 16, from like 8 they play games, and then from 16 they have to go to school, let's say, and then they have the option of going to further education out of curiosity about something, and just doing nothing and playing games with their mates. What would you choose?
I agree. The thing is, yeah, I actually agree with you. I think discipline is necessary, but not when there's no reason. Like for example, I wouldn't discipline myself just so I can get a 30K job. Like that's
Yeah, no, okay.
there's no reason to
Okay.
discipline yourself. It has to be a bigger, you know what I mean?
But then I feel like most kids will just choose leisure over.
Yeah, because there's no there's you want to go to school, wake up at 9 a.m. every day just so you can get 30K
No,
a
no,
year
let's
to have
say
a white man breathing down your neck. You know what I mean?
let's say the example where AI is taking over.
Yeah.
And no one has to work, but then they have to choose whether they want a higher education. They
Yeah.
want to pursue, their interest in
Yeah.
medicine or whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like let's say that's work.
Mm.
Work. And, like going to further education is work.
Yeah.
Leisure is playing games and just
Yeah.
chilling, doing whatever you want. I would say that in that situation, most people would be more inclined to go to leisure to just play
Yes.
rather than pursuing further
Yeah.
education, even though there's no 30K job that they're pursuing if they go into high education.
Yeah, I agree.
So how do you?
So there has to be a reason for them to pursue higher education. They'd want it. If they don't want to pursue it,
And they just don't.
Yeah.
But then I feel like that's detriment. Well, I mean,
detrimental to society.
yeah, because progress is necessary.
Yeah,
You-
progress is necessary.
the human mind is genuinely like one of the strongest things in.
I agree. Progress
world.
is necessary, but the thing is, progress doesn't come from like you trying to regurgitate like all this bullshit.
So you're saying only the people who are genuinely curious about a subject will go into
Yeah.
higher education.
The true progressives will want to progress. They wouldn't. You know what I mean? The people who will want to do it will naturally do it.
And the people who don't, they can just relax and just
Yeah.
have a good time.
Societies can still function. There's medical care. There's food.
I guess
We'll
that
survive.
is-
You know what I mean?
I guess that is like a genuine. You're trying to bring out a genuine interest in things
Yeah.
rather than doing things for the sake of money
Exactly.
or.
Or for not even money. You know what it is nowadays? People go to degrees and like go to these academic circles just so they can like put their nose up. You know what I mean? Just so they can like play this like social game of like, yeah,
Status.
yeah.
Status thing. Yeah. Okay.
It's just dumb. It's just such a waste of everyone's time.
Right. So education, you're saying there's gonna be a reform
Yeah.
because of this. What about things like status? What's going to happen to
Status.
status? Or status, as
You know
people
what
say.
is the true status is never arrogant. Like when you look at someone with a high status, you see yourself in him.
So it's relative. Is what you're saying.
No, not relative. As in, status is always kind of like intermediate between you and the other. Like it's never like he's above you. It's never arrogant. It's never like you look up to him. It's like you see yourself in him. Do you ever see like someone that inspires you, right? You see yourself in him, correct?
Yeah, no, but I think it's like if someone's rich but they didn't, like let's say they didn't earn it, they just received
Yeah.
it. Then I'm not looking at him like, oh, I wish I was him, right?
No, I know, but I'm saying, let's say status. When I say status, I mean like, okay, this guy. You look at this guy and you're like, this guy's amazing. That's a higher status, right?
Okay, like let's say, give
Do
me
you
an
mean
example.
wait? Do you mean like hierarchical status?
Yeah, like
Social status.
social status.
Social status, yeah, I think that's like when we get rid of that, isn't that a good thing?
You're saying that the AI
Will bring
communism is
more quality.
gonna equalize everyone.
That's the aim. Maybe it might not work 100%, but
But why would people who already have loads give it up?
because they don't. Okay, for example, now rich people, they don't want to give up their riches because if they give up riches, they will actually take a hit to their quality of life. Correct?
No, I think it's more than that.
Okay, but I know it might be more than that, but I'm saying, let's say now, if they give up their riches, will they not take a, like their quality of life would deteriorate, right?
No, I don't think it would deteriorate.
Okay, so what do you mean?
Because you're saying that UBI, everyone's equal, everyone gets the same amount of money.
No, but I'm saying, let's say now, without AI,
Yeah,
communism,
it'll
it
definitely
would deteriorate.
deteriorate.
But with AI, their lifestyle will not take a hit. So the real genuine rich people, which there is, not every rich person's bad. The real genuine rich person will actually, they'll be like, I don't care, my life's still good. Everyone else is good. The evil genuine rich person who's obsessed with status, snobbery, nose in the air bullshit, they will be a problem.
Yeah, but that's,
They will be a big issue.
Let's talk about let's say it's a genuine rich guy who's made it himself. He's worked his ass off.
Yeah.
Built a business and he's made loads of money.
Yeah.
Okay? He's gone through all of that, but then he's spent 20 years, let's say, of his life building up an empire so that his family and whoever, his friends, can live a nice life. But then at the end of that 20 years, here comes AI communism and everyone's equal. Like all of his work that he's done is for niche. My argument is that I don't understand why someone would change their current situation if they have a lot of money comparatively,
Because
unless it's only for like goodwill. If I'm like genuinely a good person, let's say, and I see like loads of people suffering, then I understand if I donate all that money, but then I've lost my position now, which is essentially what AI communism is going to do.
Yeah.
It's going to equal out everyone, but I just don't see anyone doing that. It's like if you had two cars, you wouldn't give a car away just because you want to be a good person, right?
No, the thing is that he does not suffer. The guy who's rich now does not suffer from quality of life because everyone's gonna live in luxury from AI.
But you're assuming that the only thing that matters for him is quality of life.
Yeah, but if status and like being above other people matters for him, then he's shit. He's a bad guy.
But I think most people like
Then
not
they're
saying
bad. Then they're bad. There's no
But what if everyone's like that?
Okay, then they're all shit.
Yeah, but then you can't change that. That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's the issue. That's what I meant earlier. You could when you say that's human nature, that's the problem. Because we have free will. We don't just say, "Oh, sorry, I'm just born to be jealous, so I'm just born to hate on this guy." You choose to hate. You're still actively hating. You're using your brain. There's no genie inside you controlling you. You know what I mean?
Okay, what if you're biologically like programmed to look out for yourself first? Survival of the fit. I know you don't like the word survival of the fittest, but I'm trying to make sure that I am good.
Yeah, but again, as I said,
Which is selfish, right? Because
no, it's okay. Whatever. That's more understandable. Like that's the type of corruption that, although I don't agree with, obviously, I still kind of understand because you're looking out for yourself at the expense of other people.
Yeah.
But there's some people that they get rich purely just to be above the other people. It's purely just to feed their like ego and shit. That's the issue. Self-interest, greed is still bad. Don't get me twisted. It's disgusting. But I'm saying like the other one, that's pure. That's the difference between like diabolical evil and just evil. Diabolical evil is like doing it for its own sake. Like you're being above other people just for the sake of you get off to it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Like famous singers. And
Yeah.
Stuff. Why do you think they do what they do then? Is it because they're just passionate about music?
I mean, the music sounds good.
But they like having people, following them, like fans.
And that's what I was saying earlier about genuine status. That's genuine status. Not every musician's good, but I'm saying that's genuine status because when you listen to a musician, you don't look above. You don't be like, oh, this guy's above me. He's better than me. You see yourself relating to it, right?
I would argue that in today's society, it's very much like you're above me, I worship you.
No, okay, I understand that. There's obviously like stands and shit, but I'm saying like when you see like let's say you see a good football player, he's inspiring you. He's not above you. You're seeing like I could have been like this. Maybe I could. He's doing what I think I could do. He's doing the unthinkable. You know what I mean? He's doing. It's not. That's true status. That's genuine. That's genuine. Like, you know what I mean?
It's kind of waffling. I don't know. I disagree. I feel like people, because they can't get to that spot, they look at them and be like, okay, it's like you want to relate to them, but you can't.
Yeah.
Because you're not them. I feel like that.
Nah,
it's more like that.
Maybe I'm the only one who just gets inspired from them.
Maybe because I think most people, like, not envy.
You see yourself in him. When you see someone,
want to be them.
No, you see.
I feel like you want to be them. You see them yourself.
Yeah, that's where we like disagree.
I feel like most people want to be a rapper. Most people, I get the inspiration part, but I think a lot of the time it's like, oh, I wish I was this singer. I wish, So I think it's a bit different.
Like, are you seeing all this AI art and all these like videos?
Art is out the window.
All these videos that it's making, like it's doing everything. It's making art. It's making shit memes. Like I literally saw a meme of AI, like a penis just sitting and crying. It's just an AI picture of that. Like it's doing everything except replacing job. It's doing everything except the useful shit. It's making deep fakes. It's making pictures of like Taylor Swift naked, making pictures. All this bullshit.
Why are you looking these things up?
No, I'm just seeing them on my timeline. Like it's doing all these bullshit things that we don't care about. It's making music, but it's not replacing jobs.
So you're saying it's inevitable.
It's doing everything except the useful shit. That's my point. Like, come on. Like,
so what are you saying to that?
My point is like, can we actually get it to replace jobs rather than just make penis pictures? Like, that's my point.
What do you think of art in general, though? Do you think it's out the window?
Oh, I mean, listen, you can draw. You can still, even if there's AI that can draw, you can still draw. There's fucking, you know what I mean? We'll just have a really good like baseline of like creativity. Like you'll be able to draw whatever you want and shit. So what makes you think that people are greedy by nature? History.
I think Mr. Beast, right? I don't watch a lot of his videos, but I think he demonstrates human behavior quite well through his experiments. Because in a situation where it's you or the other person, like there's so many game shows out there where you can split the money or you can keep it for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the time people take it. And even if they don't take it, I feel like there is, and this might sound a bit like negative, but it's like you'll get good press if you split it. Like you're still gaining something out of it.
Okay.
It's not purely like, oh, I'm looking out for this guy.
Okay. But let me ask you like a question then. So when you say he demonstrates human behavior.
Yeah.
So you're a human, right? When he's demonstrating human behavior, you're saying human as if it's external to you.
No, but it's like, you watched Mr. Beast, right?
Yeah.
You've seen his videos.
Yeah.
So I'm saying the experiments that he does on the show.
I know, but you're saying it demonstrates human behavior. So does that mean human psychology is like we're human?
Yeah.
So does that mean we don't know ourselves?
I mean, I think it's displaying what humans are capable of. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're human. So do we not know ourselves? but then who else is doing this behavior?
No, no.
So when we
okay,
behave,
yeah,
we observe our behavior, but who's doing our behavior if it's not us?
No, it is us.
Yeah,
I'm
but it's
saying
not, because we still reflect. No, so you're right. There is two, but it's still us.
But do you see my point?
Yeah, but do you see mine?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do see your point, but do you not see, like, what is your argument that, you know, in a situation where people gain
My argument
relative to someone else not gaining?
is that, like, this is lesson from, like, my argument is that you're fully responsible for your greed. You're fully responsible for everything that you do.
Okay.
That's the radical lesson of, like, Freud psychoanalysis. That's like, not only are you responsible for what you know, you're responsible also for what you don't know, for what you're doing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Carry on.
So when you do something, and then you can just, like, with your logic, you can do something and then just reduce it to, human nature, greed. If I do something greedy, it's you know what I mean?
I see your point.
You're fully responsible for it.
Yeah, I guess it's like, are the Nazis who killed the Jews innocent because they were given orders, which is it's called the agency problem, I think. It's like where you essentially say, it's not my fault, Hitler told me to do it.
Exactly.
So you're saying that actually you're responsible for what you did, because you still had the choice. Even if, like, I'm sure if you disobeyed orders, you'll die, right?
Yeah.
So
no, yeah, exactly. So we don't even need to go that far, as in someone is making you do it. As in, even if you do it, with the logic of humans are greedy, humans are naturally greedy, human behavior, with this, like, picture of human behavior, that means you can do something and then just reduce it to human behavior. Sorry, it's not me. No, it is you. But it's another you.
you use it as an excuse to justify behavior, is what you're saying.
Yeah, with that logic.
Right.
But I'm saying but that's why human origin, it's like kind of going crazy, because there's still two. Like, it's your unconscious it still exists. You're relating to yourself, you know what I mean? It's self-relation, but it's still yourself. That's the yeah. That's like the fuck up.
Stop there. Any last words? What do you think of this episode on how
Clippable?
Liverpool?
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to the viewers, people?
AI communism 2025.
2025. We'll clip that and we'll see if that happens.